o'clock, it's a few minutes till.
Are we recording tonight? Video and audio? We're on now? All right, so I call the meeting to order at 7 o'clock. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
President Dobler, Vice President Jones,
Present.
Commissioner Williams, Commissioner Darrow,
Present.
Commissioner DeFaga,
Present.
Solicitor Levada,
Here.
Manager Patterson.
Here.
And this is an announcement that we're being recorded, both video and audio tonight. So everything you say will be in the cloud. Do I hear a motion to approve the July 17th, 2017 legislative meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second, anyone?
Moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do I hear a motion to reapprove the Ferndale plan of lots due to prior approval expiration?
We've confirmed that there's no changes.
We have, excuse me, I have an email from the engineer, said that he has no issues with the plan and would be okay with the board reapproving the plan this evening.
So moved.
The other thing, Gwen, is we've never, I don't know if anybody wanted to see the plan and what it looked like. Last time we were here, we had a lot more conceptual,
Mhm.
there's a lot more.
I'd like to see it,
Is there a second to the motion?
to see it, to view the plan.
Well,
yes,
we can, then we can
Yeah.
discuss it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
that's all right.
Yeah, let them approve it first. Sorry.
We haven't voted yet.
Sorry. So, there's three buildings, all very similar in look and feel. We named it the Stables of Swickley because the barn doors and everything are going to be authentic wood. And the look and feel is going to be it's realistically a two-story. So in other words, you walk in on the main floor, there's an upstairs with bedrooms. There's also, because of the topography and an ability to walk out the back. So we're getting requests for a number of things. One is for, can there be an elevator shaft or something put on the interior? So, somebody who wants the ability to be able to go upstairs and downstairs very, very easily with an elevator, we can put a one or two person elevator in it. So that was one big request. But to build out the basement, either in the form of another bedroom downstairs and or a game room, full bathroom downstairs too. There's the ability for all of that. So, if anybody wants to see it over here. Sure.
Is there a site plan in here?
There should be, yes. Okay, so in other words, that would be one building goes here, unit 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there's 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry. So I think the property was 1.5 acres, 1/2 acres. There used to be a single family residence right here. I believe years ago that burned down. There was nothing really here other than a very high grass wooded area. It's been kind of a unfortunate, bag of weeds for the last few years. So we're trying to clean that up too. So.
Are you going to build a model or wait until something?
We are in the first building, unless all 4 units go right away, then we'll quickly go to the second building. We have an agreement with the banks that we'd love to have a walk-in model where somebody can come in and do it, and ultimately buy the model unit fully furnished. So.
Do you have the vicinity map? That one on the front's really small.
Uh,
I know kind of Weber Road. I'm just not exactly familiar with this parcel.
Maybe do it up here.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, if you go past the fire station around Weber and then,
So here's the fire station, here's Weber.
Oh, yeah.
You can come up around all the way up to the top,
Okay.
the very end of the stop sign.
Mhm.
You turn left,
Okay.
and it's right in here.
It's that whole corner area.
Yeah, right here.
That's right.
It says marked take K, but I drew a line through that because that is not take K.
No,
On this
TK 's
map
right
is
on the
wrong.
edge.
Yeah, it's over here.
Yeah.
So it's this parcel right here.
Oh, okay. It kind of goes down a slope there,
Mhm.
and there's some really
There's a
small.
guardrail right
small
on
homes.
this side right there.
there.
And this is on, yeah, I know what that is now.
So there'll be 4 here and then 4 that way.
Oh, okay. So I just want to get a feel for where it was. All right.
So Gwen, I think in response to Dan's question, you said no significant change.
Correct.
All adjustments required by the county have been accomplished.
Fantastic.
Any further discussion?
I'm good.
Vote, please.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. New business. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks, Craig.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
I'll call once it's signed. For pickup.
Appreciate it.
Discussion of Act 23 of 2017. Gwen?
This is something that Matt brought to everyone's attention. He said there've been a few slight changes to the residency requirements or residency proof
Yes.
for commissioner candidates. So Chris,
It's not really a change to the residency requirement, but it now requires an affidavit to be executed and delivered to Gwen prior to being sworn in. It does seem like a relatively minor change, but we actually litigated a case in a more hostile board where they didn't tell one of the borough newly appointed, elected borough officials that he needed the affidavit, and they declared his seat vacant, and that was actually upheld in court. So the courts will enforce this, so I sent out Gwen a sample and
Yeah,
I'm
the
going to
sample.
update it tomorrow for the first class township code, but it is important that is executed and signed prior to being sworn in.
so this is something that most of the election stuff happens from the county level to the candidates, and we only see the things that they have to drop off here. We do not get involved in elections. So this is something that they will not be provided by the county. They will have to come to the township to get, or get it from the website that we put it on or something.
In my experience, at least with the borough code, it was something that wasn't provided and the manager had provided it. to
Okay,
me.
so we have it available here, then people
Right.
will have to come here and get it from us, go take
Right.
it to get notarized, and then bring it back.
Yes.
And the people are everyone that's on the ballot.
Everyone that's on the ballot before you're sworn in.
And that also applies to appointees too. And it's effective 60 days from July 20th.
So for Commissioner Duplago, not required yet.
Correct.
All right.
Residency is required, but not the affidavit.
We'll have, this says borough, we'll have Aleppo copies of this ready
Good.
for election.
So the form affidavit has the required language to meet the statutory.
That was actually issued for identical language in the borough code. It has the legal disclaimer. It says, make sure you approve this with your solicitor. So I will certainly adapt that for the first class township code. But it's pretty straightforward language, just saying that you've lived in the township for more than a year.
Do we have to take any action?
No.
Okay. All right. Any further questions about Act 23? Discussion of appointment of Mary Carolyn Nash to the Quaker Valley Ambulance Authority. This had been discussed previously. She is very knowledgeable of the ambulance authority, and I think it's a very good choice. But we generally don't make voting decisions until the legislative meeting.
So I'll just put this on the agenda for next week.
Yeah. Discussion of backup emergency management coordinator. I haven't heard that.
There was a conversation
At
at
our Saturday meeting.
our Saturday meeting about possibly appointing someone just in case Judy's traveling or something in a time of emergency. And I checked in with Sally, and her recollection of the conversation was that her name was floated as a possible backup, but that Judy was going to be looking to see if there was anyone, in Sally's words, more qualified. So I don't have a recommendation yet as far as who that might be, so we can put it on the agenda and I can see if I have something of feedback from Judy or from anybody else.
Would you contact Judy before the legislative meeting?
Is this a salary position?
It's volunteer.
Okay.
Commissioner Duplaga, we had a very substantial emergency management session, 3 or 4 hours,
3 hours.
and Judy Haluka
Mhm.
did a wonderful job. Again, very skilled and very knowledgeable of all of this. And she has been working hard to bring the township into compliance with all regulations relative to emergency management.
That's right. I know, Judy.
Okay. Citizen participation.
I will go back one step, the new business that you had asked to talk about, which is the signs.
I was going to use that in citizen participation,
Okay, gotcha.
but do I have it?
You should, but if you don't, here's another one.
I got it. Commissioner Dobler received an email from Dick Bial, who lives on Rockledge. I'll read it verbatim. I applaud the new signs requesting child awareness on Rockledge Drive and the Ridge. It seems some of the newest neighbors seem to have lead feet, driving way too fast. In my humble opinion, the 25-mile-per-hour sign is unfortunate. I believe given the ages of most of the children on Rockledge, the posted speed limit should be the same as a school zone, 15 miles per hour. 25 miles per hour in many people's minds means 30 at 5 miles per hour over the limit, which is a dangerous speed in my opinion. The unfortunate thing is no law enforcement is present at any time. Additionally, the lay of the land is such that monitoring actual speed is virtually impossible. So, regrettably, it's up to the residents to wave, signal the speeder to slow down. Is there an alternative? Thank you for hearing out my rant. Best, Dick Bial. Gwen, could you explain to the commissioners and to those that will see this recording what we can do with speed limit signage and other options?
Make sure I'm right. It's my understanding that the minimum amount of speed, or minimum speed that can be posted on the township roads is 25 miles an hour, and that state law. That's the way I understand it. So if someone would like to post a lower speed limit, that would be done. Like a lot of private parking lots have lower speed limits, or private drives have 15, 20, whatever they choose. They're welcome to put that up, but that the police enforce the speed limit that is the lowest speed limit that's allowed by law.
I can confirm that. I believe that's accurate.
So if we wanted to have, let's say 15 or 20 mile per hour speed limit signs posted, we can post those. It's just that the police won't enforce something less than 25.
Actually, as an addenda, can you explain what the chief has told us about the 25 mile per hour speed limit relative to no use of radar?
What he has told
Plus
us,
10.
yeah,
Right.
what he's told us in previous meetings is that it means he cannot write a ticket until you're 10 miles over the speed limit. So if it's 25, he writes
That's
it
in the
35.
state, that's in the state code.
I personally agree with the email. And have you asked the manor about the speed limit signs on Swiftly Heights Drive?
No, I had not. That came up late last week, and I had not
I
asked
think
them.
20.
They're
20, I think so.
And the
But
question,
our public works department, because we own that road, is considering replacing. If we replace them, it has to go up to 25. So Gwen was going to talk to Susan initially, right?
Why does it have to go to 25 when we just said we could post something lower, they just won't enforce it?
No, we can't.
We can't
I think they
post.
said private, right?
The association can.
Yeah.
But
there's
So-
a question. The question is because
So
these are public roads. So
would
that's-
you include the Rockledge question in the letter to Susan
Sure,
ASAP?
sure.
Well, given how long they took to decide what they wanted to do with regard to no parking signs or limited parking signs, we'll be talking about this in 2020.
As a first step, I thought perhaps it would be advisable to ask our road crew to remove the 25 mile per hour sign under the assumption that the Watch Children sign would be more effective all by itself. That's just my thought.
As far as the township, Rockledge is part of Manners Road, or is that?
Yeah.
Owned by the township.
It's owned by the
Oh, that
township.
is. Okay.
All of the ridge roads are now owned by the township.
Oh,
And some-
The only, it's not owned,
So it's okay.
So why-
Driveways behind the houses on Swickley Circle.
Why was I being told by Ms. Shipley in the board meeting that they couldn't do anything about speeding and speed bumps or any kind of traffic calming on Swickley Heights Drive? Is that inaccurate?
It is the township.
Yeah, well, she said that they said that the township couldn't do anything. They didn't want to put in any kind of devices and that it was out of their hands. That's the way I understood it. That all they could
I don't
do,
know that the issue ever came before.
and there was some discussion of speed bumps tearing up the trucks from the township and causing problems with the buses.
Well,
of the township.
might be tearing up the snowplows, or the snowplows
That's
might be
what it
tearing
was.
up the
That's what
the
it
bumps.
It
one of
goes
the
both
two.
ways.
I think-
They damage the trucks and the trucks damage them.
I think Commissioner DePlago, this would be a very good subject for you to bring up in the process of continuing the mile per hour signage when Chief is here, because
Okay.
Chief can explain to you the effectiveness of speed bumps, the effectiveness of other things in slowing people down. And I think that timely that there are 2 sign issues current, and timely that we probably would be doing major work on Swickley Heights Drive within the next couple of years.
And address them all at the same time.
Well, at least make the decisions that are all consistent. I think the signage one can be dealt with very quickly.
Okay.
So again, I throw out the idea. I kind of agree that 25 miles per hour tells everybody 35 miles per hour. So just take it down. And I think Watch Children is more effective at slowing people down than a 25 mile per hour speed sign. That's just my thought.
Maybe we could catch some of the deer and just have them running around.
So I think keep this on the agenda for the legislative meeting, Gwen. And because Matt lives on Rockledge, he received the email. And if you could get the letter to Susan quickly, it would be
I think let's hold on the letter to Susan until we have our meeting next week,
fine.
because maybe the letter we would propose that
Fine.
the town would propose X miles per hour as the speed limit there.
That's fine.
Any other citizen participation? Then we are going to move into executive session at 7:16.
Turn it off.